Hey, what's up, Taurus? Welcome to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So guys, welcome to, I'm doing a general reading for the month of May, and I'm going to use a spread called the New Month Read. And I'll be using the Witch's Tarot to do this reading. So I really hope that you enjoy the reading, you know, and I do look forward to your comments and like, let me know which card resonated the most for you. It always fascinates me what was the most interesting part of the reading for you. So definitely let me know in the comments. And if you're not a current subscriber, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. And everyone remember to tap the notification bell because you do want my videos coming up, you know, so I can help you guys out. I do daily reads and stuff like that, like some really fun reads throughout the month. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna just shuffle a couple more times, and I like to keep my intro to a minute or as short as possible so we can get right into your reading. So the first card we're gonna look at here, guys, is going to be, it says to take a closer look at this with the first card. So let's peel this card off of the top. So we've got the Seven of Cups. So this is kind of, what I'm seeing is that you could be pulled in way too many directions right now, having your attention divided between multiple things. That's the Seven of Cups. You can see that there's a lot going on here, but like, look at yourself as if you're the wizard and like everything is your choice right now. It's almost like dealer's choice and you're the dealer, so you get to select which avenue you'd like to go down, you know, and you don't have to really accept other people's input. So you could be receiving some sort of messages from other people to, you know, hey, I think that you'd be really good at this, or oh, I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't choose this option. And it could be cluttering your head a little bit, and it could even be your own self-talk that is getting in the way for you a little bit. So how can you eliminate that? Like, how can you wind that down so that you can just focus on one thing? And that's the whole point behind the Seven of Cups card, is that, you know, you could be just focusing on one too many things at a time. And when you're too divided, like, it doesn't even matter how brilliant a multitasker you are, it can be tough to hold it all down. So, you know, you might want to take a list and number things. Like, if you've got 7 things that you'd like to get accomplished, number them 1 to 7 and rank things, you know, rank what is most important to you. So let's have a look at don't worry so much about this with the second card. So we have the Justice card, which is, wow, okay. So are you sort of hung up on somebody else, looking at somebody else? And this can really add to what's going on with the Seven of Cups. You know, the Justice card talks about something coming in for you that's going to be a good decision, but are you worried about somebody else's good decision? And why does somebody seem to be getting away with so much more than you are? Why is that person more successful than you? Or, you know, I think that you're looking at somebody else, and it could be with a little bit of envy or longing, a yearning for what they have. So you really have to detach from that because it's not your journey. And the lessons that you need to learn are specific to you and your soul growth. So don't worry about anybody else. Don't waste your time comparing yourself to somebody else because it's so hard on you. And it's not fair for you to sort of put that on to like an additional burden, and it'll just muck up your own journey. So, and you don't want to do that. I mean, life is hard enough without looking at somebody else and saying, well, I'm a better person than them. Or like, I'm doing the exact same thing. Like, why are they doing, like, having more success? Or why are they getting paid more? Or why do they have a better partner? You know, that's not fair for you. It's just going to put a negative spin on what's going on in your life. So don't worry about what anybody else is doing. There's that saying that is like, what other people think of me is none of my business. So really, you have to apply that in reverse. You know, you just can't care about what anybody else is doing, and it's going to be for your own well-being. And if you have a really hard time doing that, you're going to have to put in some safeguards, so when you start going down that road of thought, that you can cut it off, you know, so you can distract yourself. I put post-it notes all around the place here, you know, so to remind myself, right? So you guys should probably do the same. And then beware of this danger. You've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, I mean, she really looks like she wants to do battle in this card. And, you know, when you see cards come up in a specific position and you're like, oh, I totally know what the High Priestess means, like totally separate out what the book meaning is and what I'm going to interpret for you here. Because the first thing that I saw with the High Priestess, and I don't usually get that feeling, is that she wants to do battle. So really just don't step to any battles, you guys. Like, people could taunt you, and that could make it very difficult when you see somebody else doing better, because maybe they're not very graceful about it. They could be taunting you. They could be rubbing your face in it. But I mean, taking the higher road, it can be no picnic sometimes. And guys, I've done it too, like where people are just, they're not nice, you know, but I've like tamped down any sort of spiteful retort, and I have stepped away from verbal battles and otherwise, because it's just not healthy for me. And they might think I'm a coward or whatever. They might think, you know, your antagonist might think you're a coward or whatever, but you're not. You're preserving yourself, and you're having the respect for yourself. So if somebody sends you, like, and especially on social media, you guys, because you know what it's like with people that if you say something or you message somebody something, all they have to do is take a screenshot, and all of a sudden your comments are being posted all over the place. People can record your audio, so be very, very careful about how you engage with people that are disrupting your flow, because they're not worth it, because it could come back to bite you in the butt. So be very careful about that. So let's see, hold tight to this. So we've got the Five of Wands. Yeah, like this is what I'm saying here. You got to really watch your, you got to bide your time, you know. Things are going to come up in your life, and you're going to have to know when to act, and when to act accordingly and not out of proportion. So I'm seeing that you guys could be extremely challenged by the universe coming up here soon. The Five of Wands, and this one's a little bit intense here. It's got like dragons and gargoyles and stuff like that. So this could be something like a long-standing like tussle with somebody, and maybe you just want to throw down already and like call somebody out. But just remember, you know, justice isn't yours to mete out against somebody. That's METE. It's not up to you to do that. It's up to you to make the best decisions for yourself, and hold yourself up high, and hold yourself to a higher standard than other people. It's easy to lose your temper and like be that keyboard hero and like bang off some message, and it'll feel good. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll feel good. But then what are the repercussions? So think very carefully and hold on to your sense of self and what is important to you and your standards. Like, don't sink to somebody else's level, you guys. So let's see, learn to appreciate this. Fantastic card. We got the Star card. So this is really just keeping your expectations high, your ideals high, and understand that even if you're going through a bit of a situation right now, and everybody does, it'll all clear up. You know, everything, you're going to be able to step through it as long as you keep your eyes on the goal. And your goal is that great big star. You're the shining star here, so just remember that. And I don't even know what's going on with the character in this card. It's pretty much the most explicit star card I've ever seen. So, you know, learn to appreciate yourself, I guess, in your own naked truth, and stand for what you want. Like, step back and look at yourself. Like, how do I want to be seen by other people? How do I want to represent myself? Like, if you're your own PR company, what advice would you give to you? So learn to appreciate your own high set of standards and hold yourself to them. What a nag. So anyway, stop pursuing this is the next card, you guys. you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is very steadfast in her, and you know, she's chasing money here. So, and I've actually seen this card in this position for another sign when I'm doing your monthly reading. So I think this is a really key reminder for you guys that money shouldn't be the ultimate goal. Chasing money for money's sake, you know, it can be a kind of empty reward. And I think it was Bob Marley that said, you know, if you're looking to be made happy by money, money is just numbers, and numbers are endless. So you'll always end up chasing the money and never being happy. So that's kind of how I'm interpreting the Queen of Pentacles for you guys right now. And I think it's great to have goals, but make money the product of your happiness. You know, money should be the freedom that accompanies reaching your highest goal, like being on your highest timeline. And like Bob Proctor does great like lectures and stuff like that on the law of attraction and money and stuff like that. So you might want to look at how to sort of deprioritize chasing financial reward and look at your freedom by attaining a goal. So let's see what the 7th card is, and it says to seek this. So, I mean, this could be a bit of a weird card to come up in this position, but this is the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords, it talks about a pain, and generally a pain that you've given yourself, a deep emotional pain, or somebody very close to you. But the other side of the 3 of Swords is to let it go, and that there's going to be an opportunity for the gray clouds to part. So that is what you need to seek here, because if you remember from the beginning, we had the Justice card and somebody else trying to tell you how to run your life, and you're being tempted to retaliate because they're making you feel like you're less than them, but you're not. So you need to seek your own healing and seek what is going to work the best for you here with the 7 of Cups. You know, your life is an open road, and you should be able to follow it in any way that you want to. So just keep on doing that, you guys. And just remember, you know, you've got to pick your battles out there, especially in social media, because you could be plastered all over everywhere. You know, that's why I don't respond to negative comments, you know, on my channel, because I don't want somebody taking a screenshot and saying, hey, that Robin from AriesFireTarot sure is a, you know, see you next Tuesday. You know, so be very careful. Watch your 6, you guys. Don't be taunted into doing something that is beneath your standards. Keep your head up high. Keep your expectations high. Focus on your freedom, guys. Okay? So take care. Have a great one. Bye.